Hey guys, Tony Ray right here at our Backwoods Homestead again, and look, something different on the homestead today, folks. Let me tell you what we found. This is an easiest way kerosene wickless stove from 1934, and it was sold by Sears. And we found it, and a lady had it, and it was like $300, and then she had it down to $120, and I got it for 80 bucks. So a great deal. So I'm going to show you and tell you all about this stove and what we're going to do with it in this video, and I'll be right back with it. Okay, everybody, so I'm going to just kind of walk this around with a selfie stick here and show you this stove. So as you can see, it's damaged. It's got some burner damage. It actually had six, it had another one of these right here, and it went over here. So it had total of 6 burners. So you can see down in here, there's your burners. And and I'm not sure if it had any in the back. And then but what we're going to do with this, we're not going to use this as a stove. To restore this thing would cost unbelievable. We've done some research on it. We joined a group on Facebook of vintage stoves, and they told us that this would cost a fortune to get it back and find the parts for it. And it can be done. So what we're going to do, we're going to use this. You see our guest cabin that we purchased. Videos on that will be coming out pretty soon. We're going to put this in the kitchen, and we're going to take all of this out, and we're going to put a sink in here. We're going to use this for kitchen storage. See, these had little things here, and I'm going to redo all that with metal. I'm just going to cut all that out and make my own little metal boxes. And but they're in pretty good shape, to be over 80 years old. So I'm going to restore all that, get the rust out of everything, and kind of redo all that. So here's where the burners, where you adjusted the flame right here. These are all rusted out. I don't know if I'm going to keep those. I may take these off and put a wood piece over that and put like little hooks or hangers or something. I'm not sure yet. So in here, see that, I got to fix that. I mean, it needs some work, but it's doable. There's your burners for your stove. I mean, your oven. So see there, they had the fuel, kerosene came up and you regulated it. One of them turns. See that? So that regulated the air flow and then the flow of the flame. So see, it's got a little damage right here, but that's all fixable. Now this is enamel, porcelain enamel. They make a paint that you can put on that, so I'm going to restore that. So in here, look at this. So this is pretty rusted, but fixable. So I'm taking all of this out. I'm cutting the bottom out, taking these shelves out, and I'm going to put a piece of wood in here, and I'm going to attach it to this frame. I've got to clean all this up. And then we're going to use this for storage for the kitchen, maybe plates or cups or whatever, spices, I don't know. So see, this other door is fine. See there, that's how that was built. So it's going to be pretty easy to work on because I can get to everything. So this is really cool. Check this out. Now, they made a wood stove version of this in the 20s, but then they went to kerosene. Look at this. This is where you put the kerosene, and it's still intact. I am going to take it off, but I'm saving it in case somebody wants this as a part. See there? Actually, it went that way. I think yeah, because look, there's the fuel gauge. Isn't that cool? There's the fuel gauge, a little handle that you take it out with. So it went in like that, and you pulled it out and picked it up right there and put your fuel in. I'm going to try to save, see, it's got some bolts here. I'm going to save this tank and restore it. but I'm not going to use it. I'm going to make this a drawer, and maybe put, you know, something in it, utensils or whatever. And see, it's all in really good shape. And here is actually has the number. Look at that. Still has the serial number. So Sears sold this. We looked it up. We'll actually have a photo of how it looked in the catalog from Sears, and it was $29. So see, all the enamel's still good right here. All that's still good. It's got some dings up here, but this will all buff out. I'll just have to fix this. I got it leaning up against the house. That's the back. Because I really don't have anywhere to put it, but I'm going to work on it out here, and then I'm going to cover it up with a tarp so I can, first thing I'm going to do, and I'm going to wash it out with the water hose and get it all cleaned up, and then I'm going to go in and start cutting the burners out. But I wanted to document all of this so you could see what it looked like before and then what it's going to look like after. So it's in pretty good shape to be over 80 years old. So like I said, this is going to be all restored. I don't have a sandblaster, so I'm going to have to take that off with gel and rust. I'm going to pull the doors off. And then in the bottom, when I get all of these burners out, I'm going to put a nice piece of oak as a shelf. You can see right down there where it would lay. It's a frame right there. So a piece of wood would lay perfect in there, and you could put different things in it. And still not sure, like I said, on these, what I'm going to do. See how those turn? Pretty cool. But I'm saving this and this piece in case somebody has one that wants to buy some pieces. But look at this. The old temperature gauge, and I'm hoping I can get that off without that breaking. So looks like I can go from the inside. So anyway, that is the first little clip of what we're going to do with this stove. And it's actually 50 inches tall, 48.5 wide, and 20 deep, which is perfect for our cabin. We thought it would be unique to the period. And like I said, we're not restoring it. We don't need a stove like this in there. We need something efficient. So instead of building a countertop like a modern countertop, you know, a Formica or whatever, we're going to put a nice piece of wood and make that a sink. It'll be a small, and over here, we're going to build out a countertop so you can cut things on. So we have the room in the little cabin. So anyway, guys, that's the beginning and the first little clip, and I'll take you along on the process of how this is going to happen. It's going to take a little while to get this done, so just wanted to show it to you, let you see it before we completely redo it, and then we'll show you all the process. So thanks for joining me right here at our Backwoods Homestead, and I'll see you on the next video. Thanks.